Hi, thanks for joining me in the kitchen today. So recently I did a video with sausages, and I'll put a link to that in the description. And in that I cooked bangers and mash with onion gravy, and I did curry sausages. Well, sausages were on special a while back, and when something's on special I'll stock up on it because there was a very, very good saving. I think it was 2 for the price of 1. But anyway, my freezer has got a lot of sausages in it, and I'm looking for different recipes to use up those sausages. So you can see I've got another packet of sausages here today. There's 6 in here. These are pork sausages and they're gluten-free. So I'm going to be using these in one recipe which will be gluten-free and one won't. So let's have a look at what I'm going to be doing today. First up, I'm going to make sausage rolls, and then have a look, stay with me and you'll see the second recipe that I'm going to be making. So first of all, we're just going to open up the sausages, and I have a bowl here, and we're going to be taking the meat out of the case. So I'm just slitting the case there and taking the meat out. So I'll just actually slit them while they're sitting in the tray. Right, so there's all our sausage meat. I'll just put that aside. Now, I want to bulk that up because, you know, it's a time where people are looking at saving as much money as they can and getting the most out of the produce that they've got. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to grate some onions and some carrots. So that's the carrot done. Next we'll do the onion. So that's the onion done. And I'll also put a zucchini in there. I'll just go and get that and do it. So I've got my zucchini ready, and we'll grate that as well. Now, along with what we've already added, we'll add some rosemary. That's fresh out the garden, finely chopped. I've got some parsley. There's a mixture there of curly parsley and Italian parsley, and that's all finely chopped. Then we'll add some Italian herb mix. You can use whatever herbs you like, whatever takes your fancy. Now we'll add some Worcestershire sauce. Some garlic. And I'll put some whole grain mustard in there as well. Okay, so now we're just going to mix that up. I will need to use my hands. Now I've used the veggies for a couple of reasons. They're going to give it flavour. They are going to bulk it out. And I've got grandkids who will be eating these, both recipes. And I want to make sure that they eat their veggies. I mean, they're always good, they do like them. But I always think if you can incorporate more veggies for the kids, that's good. Just mixing that all through thoroughly. Okay, so I've got my puff pastry here, and when I was getting it out, it actually snapped because it was frozen. So I just need to join that back together. So I've just got a bowl of water. I'm just dipping my finger in the water and I'm just running some water over there. And I'm just going to, I could have got another piece out, but I just wanted to show you that if it happens to you, you don't need to think that you have to waste it. Just join it back on, press it down. And there you have it. You've got one piece again. Okay, so we need to take, I'm going to cut it in half, and I'm going to take some of my mixture . I have to make sure I don't make it too fat because I need to roll it over. Okay, there's one. Now, all we need to do, I'll just wash my hands. So all we need to do is to roll that over. I'm going to use the paper underneath to help me. Okay, I can take that off now. Now I'm going to put some of that water along that edge, that joining edge. And there we have it. I didn't do that very well, but just bring it back and do it again. I think I'm going to take it off the paper. That's hindering me there. Right, let's roll it. Tuck it under and roll it, roll it, roll it. Good. Okay, so we've got our sausage roll there, but I want small ones. So what I'm going to do is to move that over, and I've just put it on. Move that. I've just put it on a tray lined with some baking paper, and I've got an egg here. I'm just going to give it an egg wash. And I'll sprinkle that with sesame seeds. It works better if you have dry hands. I did wash my hands, but I didn't dry them. So let's just get rid of those. Okay, and now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to, I won't cut it all the way through. When they're cooked, I'll just be able to snap them. And now we'll just do the other one. Put some water on the edge of the pastry so it'll join. Oh, that's why my fingers were wet, because I touched the water. And again, I'll use that to help me. And again, we've got it on the baking tray. Put an egg wash on it. Now this time, put some sesame seeds on it. And there you have it. I'm just going to pop those in the oven. It is preheating. It'll be 160, and it'll probably be about 20 to 25 minutes. So we'll come back when that's cooked. And there you have it, fresh out of the oven, sausage rolls. Now, while the sausage rolls are cooking, we've got this mixture here. I can see that there's a bit of water coming off there. I'm just going to go and drain that. Now that water has come off because of the carrots and the juice in the carrots and the zucchini. Now I'm just going to add the rest of the egg that we used as the egg wash. That's going in. And I've got here, these are gluten-free breadcrumbs, and I've soaked those in a little bit of milk. So we'll add that as well. So I'm going to use my hands again, mix that together, and I'm putting it into meatballs. Okay, it's only been a few minutes, but we'll start now to make our little meatballs. It is quite sloppy. We'll just see how we go. These should have a lot of flavour in them with all those herbs, the garlic, the Worcestershire sauce. And with the vegetables, they've given it a lot of flavour as well. They've given it a lot of flavour as well. So they should be very, very flavourful. Okay, we'll get these in the oven and I'll bring you back when they're cooked. Okay, so I'm going to make a sauce for the meatballs when they're cooked, or vegetable balls, and more vegetables than meat. So we'll start with a bit of olive oil. There's about half a tablespoon in there. I'll heat my pan. Now, to this, we're going to add finely diced onion, finely diced carrot, finely diced celery. Now, I've just remembered that I have got a lot of capsicum in my freezer that's all cut up. So I'll just go and get that and I'll be back. Okay, I've just softened this a little bit in the microwave, just so it's not one big lump. So this is the capsicum. Now, you can see at the back there, that's my stock that I said I was going to cook. I have put some bay leaves in it, and the peppercorns are on top, and I added some salt. So to this sauce we're going to add some passata and a can of crushed tomatoes once this has cooked down a little bit. But in the meantime we can add our garlic. So we'll add some garlic to that. And we're just going to cook this until all those vegetables are softened, which is probably going to take about 10 minutes. There's a lot of them in there. So we'll come back when that's further along. Okay, so the vegetables have softened now, and we'll add a few more things. So I'm going to add a tin of crushed tomatoes. Now these are Italian, so they've got basil and oregano in them. So that's adding even more flavour into our sauce. Then we'll add passata. I just go and rinse that out. I've just popped a little bit of water in there so that I can get all of it out of there. And now we'll add some salt. About a teaspoon of salt. Some pepper. And some sugar. That's about a tablespoon of sugar. Now we'll just stir all that through, and then we'll reduce the temperature and we'll be letting that simmer very slowly for quite a while. We want those vegetables to break down and we want the flavours to develop. So my stock has just come to a boil, so I'm just turning that down to a slow simmer as well. And there we go. Now I just wanted to show you, these are all the scraps from my vegetables that I've peeled today. There's bits from the rosemary, I've got some celery in there, carrot, onion peelings, zucchini, what else did I use? Parsley, there's the stalks from the parsley are in there. So I've thrown everything in here today, and I did have a whole big bunch of celery, so all the leaves off the top of that are in there as well. What I'm going to do with this is to bring this to the boil, then reduce it and simmer it for about an hour, and I'll have some nice vegetable stock. I'm going to add a little bit of salt and some peppercorns, and once it's all cooked I'll drain it, and then we'll have some lovely vegetable stock which I'll put in portion sizes in the freezer for whenever I need it. And here we have the stock that I've strained. So we've probably got about 2 litres there of stock. So that's really good. I'm going to pop that into the freezer. And then whenever I make soups or sauces or, yeah, there's a multitude of uses that I'm going to put that to. So, yeah, nothing went to waste. And all the vegetables that were strained from that have gone into my compost. So once they break down, they'll be back in the veg garden, and yeah, they'll be enriching the soil for me. So everything was used.